So now, who are your artists or your character artists?
I have Joe, Matt, and Justin.
All right. You might not have Matt anymore, but you should still have Jai Chin. All right. So, and actually, I'm recording this whole thing now too, so I'll post it for anybody that wasn't able to attend and hopefully can get some information on it.
All right.
All right. So then, I would probably try to maybe have one person do each scene, right? So, Joe, do you want to try to work on this first scene, character-wise?
Well, yeah. But when you mean page, do you mean? I mean, when you mean scene, you mean like a whole page or just a box?
No,
Two
just
frames.
one frame or one box.
Oh, okay.
So
So Justin,
Nick will do that background, and then Joe, if you did the foreground, the characters, and hopefully we can just kind of copy and paste stuff from one into another. You know, do if you do PNGs with transparent backgrounds, um, then they should go in and work with each other like that.
Mhm.
All right, so and that would pretty much be scene two, kind of. I think taken care of. Scene one is really just going to be scene one. You just said Cameron is doing the background, not you, Cameron. There's a Cameron in AM.
There can only be one.
Oh,
Only one.
You must fight for the
Cameron
title.
1, Cameron 2.
sounds like we're doing video now. All right, so I would say for the writers, kind of, Chris, you know, I would keep working through the planning, have this here on Discord so that people can go back and reference it. And I would say when those people are done, maybe post the image in here. I think you can, well, you can do a GIF, so you can probably do a picture, or just leave a note here and say, all right, go back to the drawing, and you know, I inserted it into there. Right? That way, it's kind of everybody's talking about what they've done and kind of keeping tabs on things. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
So let me touch on the PM one, and then I can come back, and if you guys want to work, have me help you talk through each frame from there. All right, so from PM, actually, let's see, any questions really from AM people working on that? So I guess Joe, Liam, and Chris, any questions on that right now?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
No.
So kind of Liam, what's your role in this?
I was a writer.
A writer. Okay, so you can work with Chris then in if you guys want to talk here and discuss as far as, you know, which scene maybe you want to split up the scenes and really break it down and do the
Okay.
assignments, right?
All right.
Yes.
All right. So then from P and actually Brendan, you want to get involved with this, or are you gonna do your own thing? We'll see you there.
Who?
I'm here.
There it
Sorry.
is. Okay.
Um, yeah, sure.
All right. So I don't know if you've seen the comic strip here, kind of the outline of it. There's a Google drawing in the classroom assignment today, and I think you would make a great, you know, be a great asset as a character artist.
Okay.
Right. So they're gonna go into Discord and kind of be writing down assignments. So once they get done with that, then you can kind of go back and, you know, just read that and see what you can make of that.
Got it.
All right. You have any questions about anything?
No, okay.
All right. If you hang in here, we'll kind of socialize a little after I deal with the business. But good to see you again, or hear from you.
Yeah.
All right. So PM. Let's see. We have Cameron, David, Gabe, Jackie, Chris, and Maddie, and Zach. So how does that work for you guys as far as doing kind of the same thing in Discord, as far as doing all your planning, kind of in assignments, or do you feel like you need to do that, or where you guys think you are?
I feel like for planning it worked really well, but then for actually like doing the different parts, we don't really know what to do or like who does what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I would kind of do the same thing, right? Just do assignments, right? in Discord, right? Go through there. The writers should say, you know, Mr. Duz's class, you have, you know, a background is, what's it look like here? Just try to draw the classroom, maybe us, like the round table, the long table we have in there, right? Something like that. And then, so that would be kind of your background artists. And then, you know, your character artist would just be drawn, unless, this is where it kind of gets tricky too, and I think, Maddie, that's what you were saying, right? It's hard to draw the characters if you don't have the background there.
Yeah, 'cause we don't really know what it's gonna look like.
Yeah. So maybe you do want to,
Google, what's it called? The thing, the stuff that I've been working on.
what's,
On my, like, what is it? What's the Jamboard? That's what it's called.
yes,
Something like that.
Jamboard?
you have stuff on the
Yeah.
Jamboard?
I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
It's in, like, visible to us.
You mean the Google Drawings thing?
Well,
Don't we have all of the storyboards, or well, they're not storyboards. Sorry. I'm so tired. The
so here's,
sketches.
I kind of moved away, well, let's see what you have. I moved away from Jamboard a little bit, so, because I felt like it wasn't as kind of creative. But is this your work down here, Zach?
Yeah, it's some of the stuff I've been working on.
Okay.
This is what I was talking about.
It's nice.
Yeah, those are very nice. That definitely looks like our classroom there. All right.
Yeah.
So I guess you'd let them choose which one to use for each scene there, Zach?
Yeah, I've just been like thinking about how the rooms look based on like memory. I'm like, okay, then I sit down and I make a little portion of it.
I was going to try to copy and paste this into the Google Drawing, because I feel like there's more, you know, creativity, and you can do arranging of layers and stuff in here. I think this is going to lend better to being like illustrative. But Zach, you probably have this as an image somewhere where you could just reinsert it into.
Yeah, I have them all saved on my computer.
Okay. So maybe just paste it into here, into the Google
Alright.
Drawing. All right.
Do
And
that now.
cool. Thank you. And then let's see. So these were just our characters and some blank pages. All right. So I mean, you guys can really decide if you feel that you want to really just draw the background with the characters at once if it's easier. But I would just, you know, try to start divvying it up, right? Say, you know, either do the background or do both for whichever frames you have here. And I think we were saying like 4 by 6, but stuff will scale pretty easily. We won't really have a problem because we're not printing this on screen. You know, it should scale, I think, just fine.
Alright.
All right. So yeah, use this for means of communication. All right. So it looks like, Maddie, you've been well at your way here. So you have your descriptions here, but then you have to get assignments to who's going to be working on illustrating them, right?
Okay, yeah, I can go back in and add that because we don't have anything yet.
Right.
Do you want me to resend the pictures for the one for Mr. P?
Yeah,
Okay. Give me a second.
and then Marley already did one, basically. And I know that Marty kind of wanted to do like their own little comic with their characters.
Yeah, I was super late to the whole organizing thing, so I tried to sneak in a little bit of my own effort, even though it was a little too late.
Those were cool characters. I really like them.
Thank you. I thought it'd be funny if say if anyone had a story about how like any of the Adobe programs really crashed on them or did something really stupid like forgot to save files, we could sort of figure out a way to make the programs personified as
Yeah.
if you were interacting with them as a person.
I did not see any of this.
Yeah, you had to scroll over.
Crab walking across Mr. P's classroom.
I did put that up as an idea, but then I put it to the side because
It's too niche.
You shouldn't have done that. That was the best thing that ever happened.
So here's Zach's
The
background.
best thing that ever happened.
the thing is like
Crab walked out of the
the
dark room.
But the thing is, nobody saw that.
Me and Dan saw it, and Mr. P saw it, and that's enough, I think.
Mr. didn't even see it.
Did he not? I thought he.
I crab walked all the way to his desk in front of him, and he was distracted.
Did you guys see we're going to have a big DVC meeting on Wednesday next week? I posted that. Yeah, I posted that in the main classroom, I believe.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about stuff, for second years we're going to talk about like our acknowledgement ceremony, I guess you call it, because it's not a true graduation. But let's see, what did we put in here? Wednesday at 3 o'clock. So, if you can respond, just let us know. We're kind of curious to see how many people are available on that day.
Is that the. What is that again?
It's we're gonna do a DVC meeting. Just kind of get everybody together and.
Wednesday, what time?
3 o'clock.
Oh, that'll be fine. Yeah, I can do that.
Cool. All right. So then, I know David was kind of late on the planning for PM. So, as you guys, and he's a good character illustrator, as you guys should probably know from being in class with him. So make sure you write him in there for assignments on for your scenes and the characters on that. Uh-oh, Dan has infiltrated our discussion there, huh?
Dan.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Alright, I haven't looked at that in a little while. Alright, so, and Cameron also would like to help do a frame also, right?
Oh yeah, I just sent the story, the thumbnail right there. That I made for Mr. P's. But, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it for the next one. I think it needs to be lightened, though.
Yeah.
I did, like, a color design, and I don't know. I have to, like, wait, like, a day or so and look back at it to know for sure if it's, like, the colors look good. Because if I send it right after, it's always the colors look bad later.
Yeah. Have you looked over the storyline of the different scenes?
Well, I did Mr. P's, the one for Mr. P's class, because I think, there's other people doing the other ones, right?
Okay. I don't know. Maddie, have you given assignments?
These were just kind of like the sketches and thumbnails, but, Marley already did Duza's, like your classroom, and then if you scroll over, there used to be a sketch that AJ did for Mr. E's. And now I'm putting in the Mr. P's classroom right now.
This one down here, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, where?
Is this the one that Marley did, right? Or no, she did this one, or he did this one, right? The blue ones?
If you go to the left, I just put it into the frame.
Okay.
To kind of like show where it would go.
Oh, this one up here? Or no, that's my class. Is Cameron's covering it?
Marley did. And then down here's the one that Cameron did, that I'm just kind of popping into place.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent both versions because one you can't see well.
Alright, so looks like Cameron's got Mr. P's kind of done. Got Marley's up here. So then, maybe David could work on E's class, or you have an extra one also? David and Marty?
Yeah. The extra is Marty's little project that they wanted to do.
Oh, okay. Oh, with the Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop thing?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Maybe you could have something like, maybe these,
Sorry.
since,
I'd like to thank Maddie personally. Sorry.
Oh, welcome.
maybe their characters could be making fun of all the students for, like, being, like, I don't know, like, unproductive and, like, they could, or being, like, silly or something like that.
Making the Adobe program bullies.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's how I feel about Adobe, honestly.
You'd see like the first little frame would be like, oh wow, they finally did their first work in the whole 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took them long enough, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, be very passive aggressive.
Photoshop
Every
is
time I use
also
Adobe,
aggressive.
it spits on me and calls me a bad word.
It's like something simple and it just crashes. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I did a short little thing onto the side next to the characters to sort of explain one of it, and it was like, hey, do you could safely save this file for me? And I was like, what? No.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much how it goes.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
it's about
Yeah.
right.
All right.
You don't have like 3 copies, it's gone.
I like that. All right, so you guys are making good progress, I would say. So you guys kind of, these are, you just need backgrounds in here. I mean, are these the actual characters for my class? Yeah, so we just need to be able to remove that white background behind them, right?
Those are kind of like stand-in ones, so I wasn't sure if we're supposed to be putting in the characters that we made, but I also think the ones that, Marley did first view this class was really nice, and then I also really like the other ones. So
Okay.
I think whatever works, works.
They're all based on real people, at least. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are they?
The person who's getting their leg grabbed, that's me.
So what we would need to do, if
You're getting your leg grabbed?
Yeah, that happened in the dark room.
Oh, I vaguely remember that. I gotta change the drawing then.
We're capitalizing on your trauma.
I could put the characters up into Photoshop and get rid of the white. I would probably just ask Marley if they're okay with us using their drawings in the finished form.
yeah, I mean, I don't see any problem with that. It's a class project. We're doing this educationally. We're not selling it. I mean, if Marley wanted to sue us for publishing these or something.
Yeah, more like I wasn't sure if they would want to like finalize their characters or like if there's any finishing touches they wanted to do.
Yeah.
We'll steal Marley's OCs, all of them.
Do we
I
have...
didn't mean
I'm sorry.
No.
I didn't mean that.
art theft.
All right, so does Zach have to do any more backgrounds, or are people going to do their backgrounds as part of their scenes for these 2 things? Or
I think Zach made really good backgrounds, and we can use the one of your room and then the one that he made for Eve's room.
yeah, this one. Yeah, so that would be like up here, right?
Yeah. Other than that, I think like his work is all done.
Okay. Yeah, I would say so too. Shouldn't need any more. And then so David might work on the characters going on top of here, or I know we said which one were Mr. E's characters? That was, or that was these people.
The characters, just kind of any characters working.
Yeah.
And then I chew.
Any kind of loud noise that you just made. Spook us.
You gotta try to illustrate Mr. E with his quote.
I really hated those moments where he would just suddenly like scream while everyone was working. And
Oh yeah?
You could tell, because all that sound was...
yeah, he just like
Out of the
shout
room.
"Boo," like while everyone was working. It's like, please.
Why?
He's trying
Why?
to...
Why do you do this?
Wait, can I, add
Yeah, go for it.
something to this?
Yeah, speak up.
I have to get a reference.
Okay.
I have to get a reference so I can show you what I mean.
Alright, so you're going to use Discord to communicate with anybody. I would make sure, you know, Maddie, just kind of give assignments to anybody who might not, or just write them through there so everybody knows what's to be expected from them, like kind of like a little laundry list of assignments.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, and I guess, Chris, you're going to do the same for AM?
Yeah.
Rios, okay. And yeah, I think that should be good. Don't forget your captions at the end also. So writers, I don't know if you want to wait and put your like kind of your captions on the top when you're done, or if you want to, you know, you could always.
Oh, we've made captions for the free comic. We haven't made a video for them.
All right.
Okay, I sent a reference to what I was talking about.
Where'd you send it?
That's
The
true.
TM comic strip.
What the?
Yeah, alright, I'm good.
It's not letting me save Marley's drawing.
What are you trying to save in, or what program do you have it open in? Or are you trying to
I'm just
sit?
trying to get it into my phone, and I can't take it off of the Google Chrome.
Oh yeah, that's what I was. You're probably gonna have to do a screenshot. I was thinking.
Okay.
That's convenient, alright.
Yeah, 'cause it doesn't give you like an option here to download this. I don't think.
Yeah. No, it's just a snipping tool. Makes it really clear.
You know, you could download. Well, I guess the resolution will be about the same. I was gonna say you could download the entire thing and just crop it, but you might as well just do a screen grab.
Better idea. We just leave Mr. E as the seagull and put his hair on top.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Imagine Mr. E's neck, like,
Not even.
pulling back, and then, like, his mouth opening so wide and just screaming.
Letters flowing out.
Just get like a picture of his face and put it over the seagull.
Nothing else changes, you just put his head on the seagull's body.
Am I still presenting, or do you guys see my ugly mug? Oh, I'm presenting, right?
No,
Like,
you
presenting, but
No,
it's
you
still
see your
you.
face.
Yeah.
You're presenting the screen of yourself.
Oh, yeah. I don't want that. That's. Nah, I know I'm still looking at me, but at least I think
Hey,
now.
is your profile picture a gecko?
No. It is a toad.
Pufferfish?
Bullfrog. Oh, no, it's Toad.
What kind of toad is that? What's he got like a
Toad
small
with a top hat.
color?
All right, we were better presenting.
Tapper Toad.
I don't like
I can't see
look
anything.
at me like that.
All right.
I used to would eventually ask about my photo.
Ask me a question, Gabe.
All right, so I think that is all of our business for today, really, to keep moving on this comic strip. I think you guys are doing a good job. It is difficult working virtually, but you know, now that we have the means of communication kind of established, hopefully it'll go a little smoother. I mentioned to you guys we're going to have a Google Meet next Wednesday, and then on June 10th is when we are going to have our kind of like our little another group meet, I guess you could say, and then we're going to kind of do like a wrap up for the year type of thing. Just try to have a little.
I'm thinking, what about graduation?
We're not doing a ceremony at Voc. And that's why we have been encouraged to do program like little events. So that's why we're going to have this virtual meeting. We're trying to incorporate in some type of activity that we can do or something, or you know, maybe we're going to make a slideshow of pictures, or we might put together some of your best works from the year that we're going to pick out. Yeah, if anybody needs files from their computer, I know I have put it out there that I can get them for you. Your drives are too big, though, for me to copy the entire thing. Some of them are like 10, 12 gigabytes, so it's not realistic to really copy it over servers. I'm hoping next year, well, that they do have a day to go in and collect materials and things like that, but what's that?
Do you know what date that is?
No, they're just kind of right now collecting information. I don't think that time is intended on you copying files, but I'm gonna ask anyway. I'm pretty sure it's going to be told us it's really just personal belongings that you have there. So I don't know if anybody has any personal belongings. I know if you had Mr. P has to deal with cameras and stuff like that. I don't think anybody left anything in my classroom though, really, right? Nobody has any personal belongings there. Yeah.
Okay, I can remember.
We didn't have any lockers or anything like that, so shouldn't be any big deal. But who is that?
I just realized I copied my stuff onto a flash drive. Oh,
That's good.
all relaxed.
So, if you know you have files and you want me to get them, I can go into your student drives.
Honestly, I can't even remember
Yeah.
what I had on there. I just am sure I had something, but like, okay.
Yeah, same.
All right. Everybody excited for a 3-day weekend?
Yes, absolutely.
It's like, what's the difference? Yeah, it's real. I kind of say that jokingly because it's like, what's the difference, right? I mean, we
Yes, they're going to be very different from the normal schedule.
It's 1 day without work.
yeah, basically. Well, you know, we have like 3 more weeks you can plan on. So 1, 2, and then that's why we're saying this week of the 10th here, or through the 12th, is really 3 weeks. And then this week, and I don't know if you guys, I don't know what your homeschool schedules are when they stop assigning stuff, but you know, if they're not sending, it always goes back to that. Then we may not require you to do work for us. So find out, you know, if you start to find out like when your schools are not doing stuff. I mean, we're going to find them through our attendance office. They're going to let us know. But you know, give me a heads up if you know something before I find out. But you can kind of plan on that. And you know, next week actually I have we're going to do some aptitude types of little tests when we finish the comic strip. To try to get off of some design stuff a little bit and maybe think about careers. One of the resource providers, I guess you could say, has these brain games which kind of test what you're good at, so that maybe you have some ideas as far as what you want to do for a career. You know, because maybe you're having fun and you like doing design work, but you don't know if you can, you know, do it for various reasons, and you always wondered what you would actually be good at. Then you know, this would be something good for you. Because I mean, it'd be pretty cool to find out, you know, you could do something and you'd be really good at it and could have a successful career, but you never really knew that you would be good at it, right? Like if somebody could just all of a sudden tell you, like, Brendan, you would be an amazing chemical engineer or something like that, right? And you know, and all of a sudden you didn't realize that you were going to be good at that, and you started taking classes or something, and then you were really successful at it. So I don't know. I thought that would be something interesting to do into next week, and then that last week, you know, I'll still encourage and have some design type project choices. But I'm also going to look into a couple kind of like educational videos. I actually just saw or downloaded a kind of documentary about that Banksy artist. I know we had a reading on that a little while, but he kind of seems to interest people a lot because he's got a pretty eclectic type of story, and he's pretty talented and kind of mysterious to him. So, you know, and we can do stuff like that, and maybe even do some online gaming and stuff like that as we get to the end. All right, so it is going to be done before we know it. You know, you guys are doing a pretty good job, I think, with the routines of check-ins and stuff like that. So you're getting basic credit. Some of you I'd like to see a little bit more, if you know, but hopefully this project will kind of make a turn for that also. So I don't know. Anybody have anything they want to talk about? Funny stories, questions, suggestions? Here's where our
Today is National Goat Day.
Goat Day. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Are
Just
you-
learning about whatever national day it was?
Are you celebrating that in any way, Marty?
I think I could, but
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
Would eating goat
But I'm
cheese?
thinking I will draw a goat.
Yeah. All right.
How do you know goats even like are real?
What do you mean? You've never seen a goat?
I also
Goats have to be real.
Well, listen, have you ever even seen a goat?
yeah, I have.
Yes. Yeah. We have.
No, they are real because
I've seen one in person.
sacrifice them to appease a god. It makes sense.
No.